has a degree in social work, and she has just joined our school community within the last 6 weeks. She is the program manager for the expanded day schools. That's a program that many of you are acquainted with, that the kids are involved with. And so I asked her to be our guest speaker, and she promptly agreed. So I introduce to you Ms. Badgley. Please come to the podium. Please put your hands together for her.
Good evening. I am humbled to address you all tonight. Privileged to be in the company of so many scholars and leaders and champions and dreamers. I am grateful and hopeful to be looking out at you. The future, not yet fully defined, but thoroughly present and powerful. Despite your limited years, you are here, and I see you. I do not know your individual stories. I cannot speak to the successes you celebrate or the struggles you independently endure. But I see you, and I feel that I am in the company of giants. Every day you wake up. Every day you live. Every day you experience the impact of the decisions adults make for you. But you also experience the impact of the decisions you make for yourself and the decisions you make that affect others. You are here tonight because the decisions you have made so far set you apart. You have proven, sometimes in the face of overwhelming doubt and pain and uncertainty, that you deserve the seat that you are in. Each of you is uniquely smart, determined, committed, and kind. But these characteristics, they're not preordained. You have made conscious choices to work harder, to be nicer, to give more, to persevere even when the going gets tough. The recognition you receive tonight is the end result of the extra hours you have spent on homework, the recesses you have missed to get help from teachers, the friends you may have lost because you stood up for something or someone that you believed in. These awards are made up of the moments you laughed so hard you cried, and the moments you cried so hard you laughed. Your successes include the people who supported you and the people who didn't support you and you got here anyway. Your triumphs are made up of the times that you did well, but also the times you failed. This recognition is important, but it doesn't define you. You are defined by the actions you take, the words you say, the effort you make, the goals you reach, the ways you handle adversity. Your greatness is in who you are making yourself to be and how you are becoming that person. That's what I mean when I say I am in the company of giants. During the Summer 2000 Olympic Games, Robin Williams narrated a commercial. To be a giant. This has forever been our passion, this desire to be a giant. Not to stand on one's shoulders or to have one as a friend, though these may be fortunate things, but to be one. Giants step over barriers that seem never-ending. They conquer mountains that appear insurmountable. Giants rise above fear, triumph over pain, push themselves, and inspire others. To be a giant, to do giant things, to take giant steps, to move the world forward. As this short narrative begins to describe, being a giant is a tremendous responsibility and requires us to test ourselves, to see how far we are willing to go, even when that which we believe is unpopular or unusual. Being a giant isn't about how smart you are, but how you stretch your mind and use your gifts to solve problems. It is about literally looking at the big picture charge because you are bigger, or stronger, or louder. It is about standing up for what you love and what you believe, no matter what anyone thinks or says. It is about respecting and considering the opinions of others, even when you do not agree. Being a giant is not about being alone at the top. It's about deliberately focusing on others, moving others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more. It is about serving those around you with love and humility, always striving to make a difference in the spirit of community rather than in the spirit of yourself. Some of you may be sitting before me and thinking you really don't want to be a giant at all. But I challenge you. I challenge you to think of your greatness in terms of the life you live, the ways you love, how you make others feel. Giants may be camouflaged or disguised by others with more energy, more words, or more volume. Maybe they are giants too, but more often than not, they're just the most energetic, talkative, or loud. We all know a person who talks a lot without saying much of anything, who promises plenty, but doesn't have the actions to follow it up. You can walk a giant's walk without talking giant talk. You can live a giant's life without anybody knowing your name. Sometimes being a giant means knowing when to blend in or to contribute in smaller ways. Certainly, when you have a fight between two of your friends, the solution isn't going to be being the loudest or the strongest. You want to work to find common ground. You want to hear both sides of that story. Compassion, empathy, and service may not always be recognized, but their scarcity is often felt in our halls, in our homes, and in our streets. At a time in your life when you are constantly challenged by your peers, your parents, your teachers, and your society, I wonder, what sets you apart? I want you to take a second, everybody in the audience, I want you to take a second to think about what you are doing and how you are acting that will move the world forward. Tonight, I know I am in the presence of giants. And the miracle in that is that each of you is still growing outwardly, growing inwardly. You are capable of reaching heights and depths that you can only begin to comprehend. Never let anyone tell you that you can't do something because of who you are, what you look like, or where you come from. When you want something, go and get it. When you have a dream, follow it. When you believe in something, fight for it. When you feel something, acknowledge it. When you think something is unfair, challenge it. When you are afraid of something, face it. When you love something,